Am I truly Sephardic Jewish? Now, that's not a question that I am grasping to understand or wrestling with, keeping me up at night. In my mind, my great-grandmother was Sephardic Jewish. I don't question it. It makes sense. Here's why some people might wonder, and this is something my wife was confused on and I was explaining to her. When I took MyHeritage DNA test, it showed more Spanish than anything coming from my mom's side as far as her father's side. That showed up pretty much all as Spanish. But when she took the test a few weeks later, it revealed that basically the way the math adds up, that one of her grandparents that came from Italy was mainly Middle Eastern and the other was Sephardic Jewish. The way the numbers added up in the percentages, that's what that revealed. And it couldn't have come from anywhere else, according to my test either. It made sense that on my test it showed up as Spanish, and on hers, Middle Eastern and Sephardic Jewish. So am I part Sephardic Jewish? For me, without question, I say absolutely yes. I identify that one of my great-grandmothers was Sephardic Jewish, and that's the end of it. I appreciate that. I'm proud of that. I'm not wondering, oh no, but my test didn't show that. I'm okay with that. It's not something I would have known if it weren't for my mother taking the test, but that's part of the glory of family members taking these tests, is because you're going to see different findings, and that's not inconsistency. That's just showing the big picture of what DNA that's handed down to you and how all the puzzle pieces ended up coming out. So for me, yeah, I'm definitely part Sephardic Jewish, and I'm very proud of that. I definitely am. Just like I'm very proud that she was married to my great-grandfather, who was apparently mostly Middle Eastern. I don't know exactly what country. Some different tests I've uploaded to hinted at Iran. Some hinted at Libya. Other people have seen my videos and said, well, if anything, I see Lebanese traits in you, or I see Egyptian traits in you. Could be. I don't really know at this point what those exactly hint back to it, because again, they showed up on my mom's test, not mine. But either way, are you looking at someone who is part Sephardic Jewish? Undeniably, yes. My great-grandparents came here from Italy, and they were actually ethnically something else. Culturally, mostly, I'm sure, Italian. But still, there's part of their culture that was where their ancestors came from themselves, from generations before. But I definitely am part Sephardic Jewish. I'm not mostly. I'm not claiming that I am a Sephardic Jewish person, but I am definitely part. My great-grandmother, according to my mom's test, was. And that doesn't bother me that my own test didn't show that, because I am understanding, as by making these videos about these DNA tests, I'm learning more about how they actually work. And that they're not as literal as people are hoping that they'll be. They're a little bit more abstract, but altogether, especially when more members of the family take them, they help show us that big picture. So am I part Jewish? Yeah, I'm part. My grandmother was mainly Sephardic Jewish. That's what she was. So therefore, without her, I would not even exist. But because of her, I am part Sephardic Jewish.